Hello, and welcome to Super Right.
Now.
Ooh. I am Pepe. You are.
You're very eloquent host, Fiona.
So today,
Non-existent person.
today is a big day because we are going to have our first guest.
Oh yes.
Yes, our very first guest. He's coming to promote his book, which is a biography, lifestyle guide type of thing. And he's right here, and let him come in. Welcome to Matthew McConaughey.
Hey.
All right.
all right. How many drinks did you have today?
Me?
Yeah.
None. Absolutely none.
Also, where is he? I cannot see him.
I'm saying
Can
that.
I have the same
I'm
thing?
saying that because I'm very jealous. I think we're the only show and only podcast
In the world?
in the entire world that is not having Matthew McConaughey as the guest. He's been everywhere.
All right. Why?
He's been everywhere for a month. Every single show I'm looking at or listening to is on it. So I was like, why is he not coming to our show? I don't understand. I want to hear for the 50th time the story of his dad dying while he was making love to his mother at 6:30 in the morning.
I won't promote any other Hollywood star in this podcast.
You won't promote any
No,
Hollywood.
you know why?
Did
because
you promote any yet?
The Rock. We
Yeah.
talk about The Rock a lot.
The Rock.
Then Johnny Depp.
Yes.
Then Isa Gonzalez. And eventually, I think we talk about Brad Pitt and Johnny Depp. Not Johnny Depp already. I said that.
I want you to have a celebrity
and
section.
you know
but-
who? No one has contacted us.
Yes.
And we have promoted them a lot with
Yeah.
our new 20 subscribers.
Yes.
We have 20 subscribers.
But you know,
That's very ungrateful.
the thing is that we don't have any celebrity. I like celebrity news sometimes, but we don't have any because they're not doing anything. It's a second wave coming.
Well,
it's back to lockdown in Europe.
Matthew McConaughey is here.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing all the interviews from his home anyway in Austin.
So
The
he's
whole
coming
time.
today.
He's not coming. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh.
But believe me, if you want to hear about this book, you have, I think, at least 30 other shows that have him as a guest. I think it's all he's been doing for the past couple of months. But anywho, how was your week?
Very, very stressful because I just went to the doctor because I was feeling very tired for the last weeks.
Yes,
And
because you know why she was feeling tired?
Oh, why?
I know why. I know why. Because she was back to working.
Yes, probably. No, I thought it was something like worse because all of a sudden I start feeling like super tired, with headaches and leg pain and pain everywhere. So I went to the doctor and I just got my results, and it's because I have very low vitamin D. I have a deficiency.
Can I have like all these consequences? It must be something over than that. But I think it's a topic you're going to cover next week, right?
Yeah, the consequences of being in lockdown. I mean, among other consequences,
Yes.
and it will become a topic because my doctor make this reference due to my comments and my worries that I externalized to her.
Mm-hmm.
So that's for the next episode.
Yes.
So I have been tired and anxious about this or last week elections.
Yeah, this whole climate is not helping at all. Like basically, like okay, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But basically, like being slower at work than yeah.
So who do you think he is winning?
The election?
Joe or Donald Trump?
There has been a clear winner from the very beginning, and even more with everything that has been unfolding since election day. And the clear winner is really anxiety.
I don't know what you're saying. That
Yes, exactly.
I don't know. And that's why I have these socks.
Yes.
Because all these pains that I have been feeling in my legs and everything, these socks help me a lot. They are not like this, the ones that you have.
Compression.
They are not like, I don't think they are like, but it helps because it really...
with the flow.
Yes.
Your blood flow.
Yeah, I love these socks.
They're really nice.
They are very old and super used.
No, they don't smell from here, at least.
Oh. Probably you have COVID then, because you lose the smell.
No, I have a great sense of smell. Apparently, as I was talking to my residence manager
What? Why?
again, no, we had a conversation.
Oh my God! Why you keep talking to them?
No, he's a nice guy. He has nothing to do. I have nothing to complain about. People moved upstairs. They're kind of quiet, so we're all good now. But no, I was talking to him, and he was telling me his wife has the same issues that I have, and my issue is that I cannot be around people smoking weed because I get allergic reaction like tingling in my mouth, dizziness, everything is spinning around me. I've never been able to handle anybody smoking around, and like in these residences or whatever, you have people
where I live at, it's horrible.
Yeah, and he told me like his wife has the same issue, and the doctor told her that it was not an allergic reaction. It's just like the sense for people that have a sense of smell that is way more developed than others. Then there's the bigger reaction to it. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's what I have.
Okay, so how is your week?
My week is okay.
Wow.
Okay. No.
I am glad he has something to share with us.
No, I listen to a lot of shows.
I thought you were saying I listen to a lot of shit.
No, I
also too as well.
Also too as well. And no, like the usual, like still, like looking at the second wave of COVID-19.
Do you think it's a second wave, or it's just the same wave?
No,
we never got rid of the first wave whatsoever.
No, this is like a very second wave because it's bigger, so it's a second wave. Oh, but anyway, okay. And as we were talking, like with I see my daughter that has been homeschooled or in virtual school since March, and now we are mid-November. So it's been a while, and it has been affecting a lot in different ways. So what do you think about that?
What do I think?
Yes,
I am glad.
I am glad you bring it up.
I am glad you talk about this because my daughter was supposed to go back to normal school, face-to-face. That's how they call it now, face-to-face school. October 26th. We have the protocols, we have all the rules, etc. And I was really excited about it, even though like some people again start judging you because, oh my God, are you going to send your daughter at this point? Okay, ladies, gentlemen, don't judge me because I need to work. My ex-husband needs to work, and there's a lot of people that they need to send their kids to school because they don't have any help at home and they need to go to work. And
until now, like a lot of schools like reopened. Like in our area, I don't think it's the majority of schools that are doing that. Like most of them have hybrid or face-to-face. And the schools our daughters go to have been like remote or virtual since March.
So first of all, don't judge people that they need to send or take their kids to daycares or their school because we don't know their life. Probably it's not an option. They have to, because at some workplaces they are not as kind as the one that we work
or flexible,
with or flexible. Secondly, as I was saying, Friday before the 26th, I don't remember, the 23rd, whatever, they send us an email and a message saying like, this won't happen because the COVID again was cases were increasing in the schools that reopened. So they won't open this year. Basically, they just told us like, okay, we will continue virtual classes, and most likely we're going back to face-to-face school at January. And I don't think that's going to happen either because it's the peak of the winter.
Yeah, so I don't. They should just say like once the vaccine is released, we can go back to school, but not before that.
So my daughter and she was very excited because I think she's fed up. Yeah, because she's fed up with all this homeschool and virtual school, and me too. But when I received that, it was like I didn't know how to say to her that wasn't happening at all, and she really took it bad. And the reason why is because, when you are when you're a mom or a dad, in your case,
Yes.
and you're trying to homeschool, it becomes very, very stressful. Probably at the beginning, it wasn't that stressful because we were thinking, oh, okay, it's just for a few months.
Yeah,
Anyway, it's over. The school year is over
Mm-hmm.
in 1 month or 2 months, and
3.
3 months, and
Oh,
it's
no,
gonna
2.
be okay. I can handle this, and it's gonna be fine. But now that you realize that it's not going in a few months, it's something that it's going to be here, and we don't know until when. That is when it's getting really difficult for
And it's
homeschool
stressful too.
stressful to homeschool parents, that it's not by choice. I know there's a lot of people that homeschool their kids by choice, which is fine. They have the time, they have the patience, they have all the means to be able to homeschool their kids. But the ones that, as in my case, and probably millions, that I don't have the tools or the knowledge or the patience to teach my daughter. So now it's becoming very stressful because she is in 5th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a transition between elementary school
And middle school.
and middle school, and a lot of new things. She's learning a lot of new things, math,
Mm-hmm.
and which I am very bad at it. So I get very frustrated, and my frustration ends up being yelling at her, being really mad at her because she's not paying attention, because she's not performing the way I want her to perform, which is very, for me, it's very utopic because she's learning the way she can and with the tools that she has available.
Yes.
And she has, and the teachers, by the way, in her school, they are doing fine. Like, they were very organized. They have only one classroom meeting. They only have one Zoom meeting, and they have only one platform to keep us informed. And
Yeah,
I
which
don't
is
think it's your case.
No, not at all. I have plenty of things to say about that. But first, the expectations. It's true that when that started, we all thought it would be like, okay, we need to go through this. It will take 3 months. So in our mind, we're like, okay, let's do this. Let's go through this. I mean, in my case and others, but anyway. And as you said, like, well, yeah, it's going to be the end of school year, and they'll have time to reorganize. And then we realized that it was not going away, and that's what happened too. Like, after, I think at the end of May, everybody was kind of doing the lockdown. After the end of May, it's okay, hey, you know what, it's a school break or whatever, we're going out now. It's enough. It's enough of being locked down and paranoid and like spraying your groceries or whatever.
Yeah.
Like all this crazy stuff that we're doing. But now it's worse than it has ever been. And you're like, okay, I'm just fed up. I just want to do something. And I think in the school for my daughter, like when they had to stop, they were like very open, flexible. They knew it wasn't all ready. They could switch to virtual school, but it was not really. But at least they were understanding, because they're like, yeah, we didn't have time to prepare, so they gave them room. And it was okay. And I guess like for the kids, it was okay too, because it was a little bit less work. But then the problem we had in the school my daughter is going in is that they were not getting prepared for the next year. They were thinking that they would go back to school. And every 2 weeks, they had meetings on what would happen when the school restarts. And during that time, I can tell by the way they handled the back to school days that they were not preparing anything for scenario B, for plan B, basically. They had, okay, we have plan A to go back to school. Let's see if we go back or not. And then they delayed the first day of school by 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yes.
And to prepare. So they took these 2 weeks to prepare. And for me, like, it was...
Mess.
It was like, okay, teachers, you do whatever you want. That's how it seems. I'm not saying that's what happened, but that's how it seems. It's like, okay, so each teacher is going to decide what they use and when and how for their classes. And the way they thought like that is like totally confusing for the students because it was not one platform, one way of communicating, one way of messaging. It was like 4 different things for each. So it was like one thing was on Zoom, the other one was on Teams. Oh no, and then they switched to Zoom because Teams is not ready. And then you have messaging, emails, messaging on one platform, messaging on
Yeah,
the
I have
Classroom.
so many messages.
You have like assignments on Google Classroom. You didn't know if it was in-class assignments or if it was homework assignments.
Yeah, it's
I have an example
crazy.
like that at the beginning. Like I was looking at the assignments and I told my daughter, hey, that is for tomorrow. And she was saying, yeah, well, I think it's in-class assignment. I'm not sure it's homework. You could not make the distinction.
Yeah.
So I told her, well, send a message to the teacher. The teacher replied the very next day in the morning, said, no, this is in-class assignment. So, okay, so that's good. We're not late, whatever. 2 months later, this assignment shows as incomplete, and the teacher on the same thread message at the assignment page says, "Oh, you need to you didn't turn that in. You need to."
So it's confusing. Yeah, it's getting very confused. Well, for me, when they stopped going to school, the very first month, it was very confusing as well. But I think they just then realize how to do it, like the way they are doing it right now, and it's better.
Like it needs to be organized for the student, not for the teacher. The teacher is the one that it's their work. They're adults, and they are the ones that need to adjust to change and make it as smooth as possible for the students.
And let's not forget that. I mean, for me, and I was reading about it in LinkedIn. They did this survey, and at the beginning there were very few people that they weren't getting like not depressed, but how do I say this? Like anxious about this homeschool. But now they just released the recent results and increased to the 53% of working people. This is in the UK. I was reading that in the UK. 53% like they were getting anxious or really having mental issues because of this homeschool, because it's really it's very hard, a struggle between your work and the work that it was supposed to be done by the teachers. Right? And the teachers now, they are, and I have discussed this with my coworkers, they expect a lot from us as parents, a lot. They expect us that I discuss that my obligation as mother and as a parent is to provide my daughter with a good environment so she can learn the closer to what she would have at her school, which is a good desk, lighting, fresh air, all this stuff, no noise, whatever she needs. And I think I provide that, and many of us have provided like a good internet, laptop, tablet, anything she needs, she has it. She has it right there. But then the teacher's like, okay, you have to do this and that and that, and she needs to perform this, and she has this, that. Everything very well organized. I'm not saying that it's not, but it's very overwhelming because at the beginning, my daughter was very struggling with putting attention. So there were moments that I was, trying to figure what she was doing, and she was like this.
What?
Doing nothing.
Oh, okay.
Like this in her seat, like this, doing nothing, or just like, what are you doing?
And it's normal. Like I heard that, like somebody was saying, I was mad at my kid because they were pretending to pay attention, but they were not. They were doing something else. And they say, I talked to my wife, and I was like, would you have done the same at their age? Yeah, probably. Yeah, but it's true. But the attention thing, like I know that for me, the way it was, I saw it as a good opportunity to teach my teacher to organize their day, her day.
To teach your teacher or to teach your daughter?
For like the way, like because they need to be more independent because they're homeschooled. For me, it was a great opportunity for her to learn how to be more organized and stuff. The thing is that the way they organized it was, to me, it's organized for them, not for the student, which is for me like a a big no because they're counting on us. They all think that we're like stay-at-home parent.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I guess like it's because the feedback they received before for parents for previous year or any year, like they're used to having feedback from stay-at-home parents, whether it's the mother or the dad. But now it's not the case. Like we need to work. We need to adapt to our work. We need to have the stress of having a slower economy, adapt to working 100% from home, getting our attention to that, be there and show that we're there with the company we're working with, and then pay attention at what is going on the
his
school
classroom.
side. And we receive, and I don't know why. I mean, in the school my daughter is at, it seems like they are trying to make a point for them. The teacher is the opportunity to show the parents that they're actually really hardworking. They sent emails and messages at 11 p.m. at night on Saturday, on Sunday. It's like,
it's getting on your nerves.
This new coworker that is trying to make a point that is actually working by doing all the things that is annoying to everyone else.
Yeah.
So that's how they look like now. You say it's ridiculous. Like, why is
I am not receiving those type of messages.
I mean, it's ridiculous. If I was the principal of the school, like I would tell them, like, you need to stop this right away. There's no way any parent is going to, or student, because we receive same platform, where we're going to receive messages at 9 p.m. at night or in the weekend. It's ridiculous.
9 p.m. at night?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, but seriously, like, what are you trying to prove? Like, are you 22 years old on your first job, like with your teeth grinding the floor or what?
Okay, that was very specific. So, again, just... Okay, I think one of my consequences, mentally, I am drained. Yeah. Because if you have listened to our latest podcast and, episodes, I have a lot of work. And sometimes I need to work at night. Sometimes I need to... because I need to catch up, or I know that I will have more work to do at the very next day, but I need to do homework with my daughter at the evenings. So I need to work at 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. And then again...
And there's no relaxing time at all.
There is not relaxing time. So it's mentally draining. Yeah. And I think to everyone. And that mental draining, it takes you to mood swings.
Yes.
Because I'm not resting. And then my daughter also takes the... as I said, I start yelling at her, she's getting on my nerves sometimes because she's not doing what I expect her to do. So we have these discussions, and she's learning, and I think what she feels like, I'm not doing good. I'm not saying she needs to be, she needs to take responsibility of what she's doing at the moment, but also it's in these unprecedented times that most of the kids, they don't know how to handle this situation. Plus the parents always, in a satellite mode. Yes. Plus the teacher, plus it's a lot of things to struggle at the same time. And for me, it's getting very, very difficult. And I don't even think that I am on my daughter 100% because for now she's doing better. Yes. I think she's progressing. She has improved a lot, and I don't have to be like 100% of my time with her, but I cannot believe with the parents that have 3-4 kids at the same in the same house trying to homeschool, and it's really bad. It's really bad. But I read that and I put this on Pinterest. The parents that usually do homeschool, they create this web page to they have some exercises, activities to relax, and they tell you how strategies to teach your kids while homeschool. Oh yeah,
there's plenty of resources.
Yeah, I know there's a lot, and sometimes I feel like the worst mom because. To be honest, women...
Please be honest.
Women, 85% of the homeschool, it's on us women. You are on the...
Why? I don't represent men in general. I have nothing to say.
No, I know. No, that you are different because you are divorced, and as my ex-husband, they have to take a role, and very important role. But I cannot believe in these families where the mother works as well, and the father, and both are in the same house. The parents normally doesn't take any, role on the homeschool. So of course, that's a survey.
Yeah.
So of course, imagine all the stress of teaching my kids, my work, and then the chores that I have to do at home.
Yeah, but
so it's going to take a toll physically and mentally, for me at least. It's taking a toll.
We were not prepared for it, because the way it started and the way also they downplay the virus. So there were like two elements in there. It's like, first, it's going to be 2 or 3 months. They downplay the virus. So in our mind, we're like, okay, we're just going to stick to it. Like, 2-3 months is going to be fine. Then we're going back. The way the school handled it, but not being ready or not calling it early, it's like you're not preparing yourself mentally.
Yeah.
You don't look at the resources that are available or whatever. And then 15 days before, you need to do that. And then you're in the middle of, your work. You're dealing with working from home at your work. And the thing also is like when you work at home, then if you don't look at your child the way you would like to, then you feel guilty.
Yeah.
And when you step out of your work during work hours to check on your child, you feel guilty because you step out of your work. So there's no win situation. So of course it's going to take a toll on you, on your mental, and your moral, or everything.
And for the people that they don't have kids, like seriously, sometimes
You're jealous?
No, I am jealous. No, the thing is like, probably they say like, oh, it's simple, it's easy, it's just a kid, it's just it's overwhelming. And I only have one, and there's people like, my sister, she has 2 kids. One is in high school and the other is in middle school, but she still struggles.
Yeah.
And they are like in a good age to take their
also there are like also everything that is around that. So of course, like, this is the situation at school, but we also have to understand that every change that we have in our life also affect us, and of course what affect us has consequences in other areas. And like, what we were talking about, longevity and well-being and all this stuff. Like, one of the common denominator is
have to read that, by the way,
is that we are social beings, and apparently, not apparently, like in every areas when you look at it, since we are social beings, we need to have this type of social life. We need to have our family around. We need to have our friends around. We need to be able to get out. And this is not something that we've been able to do for the past month. Some people do. Some people have been out, and some people did not wear masks for months until they were like, it was mandatory. But for the ones that are following the rules, it is getting very, very, very long. And the fact that we cannot travel when we have family in other countries and things like that, this is really, really hard. And when it's not hard on you, it's going to be hard for somebody you care about. So let's say like
my parents.
At the beginning, I didn't care if I didn't go travel to France to see my family. Well, after, like, they go back to you and say, oh, we miss you, we need to see you. So you feel bad, and then it's your turn. So, yeah, I do miss them. And it's always like that. Do you have
family?
Yeah.
Your mom?
Nobody wants to see me. But, yeah.
Your mirror.
Hopefully they will. I think everything is going to go not back to normal, but the vaccine is going to be determined.
Until the vaccine is ready, and Fauci already told that. Like, we won't have any normal until April 2021.
No, he said until November 2021.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't read that part. But just if you feel the same way, Pepe and I, you are not alone.
Yes.
It makes me feel like at some way comfort.
But I don't want I don't want us to sound like we're the victims.
No. I am not.
Because we were just like taking it as it was said, and we could have been proactive and look at the resources from the beginning, and we didn't.
No,
right?
because we thought that it wouldn't last.
Yes.
But
when you're proactive and you prepare, if others don't,
I was doing TikToks and memes and memes about the homeschool situation, which is it's a very Mexican way to deal with problems, you know, in Mexico when we are going through a very bad situation, we always make fun of that situation. And I was doing that. It was funny to see in TikTok the other moms that they were struggling just as I was, or the memes or whatever. And now it's like, okay, these will have very, very bad consequence in my daughter's education, because 20 years from now, the people in charge of this country will be ruled by kids that were homeschooled by people with anxiety like me, vitamin D deficiency, insomnia, and drinking problems.
and that are not able to do divisions.
Oh my God. Okay, no, I went to YouTube tutorial.
Oh, good. YouTube learning.
No, I'm sorry, I forgot, and I told that to my daughter's teacher. Like, you know, I learned these divisions like 33 years ago. Like 25 years ago.
When I was 15 years old, I think I didn't know to do a division anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, me neither.
I had no interest in it, but I probably should have. But you know, there's a good calculation that we can do. 10 plus 10.
20.
That's how many subscribers we have now.
See, we are good at math.
Yes.
At least we are giving something to the world, to those 20 subscribers.
Yes.
I appreciate you very, very much.
Yes.
So we will give away
our consideration
and our good vibes.
Yes.
At some point, we will have merch.
And I hope you will be. We do have, but I hope that you'll make us successful.
Yeah, because spread the word.
I was looking at a channel because somebody was celebrating their 10,000 subscribers, and I was looking at
Super right now?
No, and I was looking at it, and she started her channel 2 months ago, and she has 10,000
And
subscribers.
what is this podcast about, or this channel?
Sneakers
Why?
release.
Sneakers. Why people listen to sneakers?
Because we love it. But anyway, and so I was like, wow, we're very far from it. If we continue at this pace, I think in 120 years we might have 1,000
Well, you don't know.
subscribers.
Probably they will release some type of medication or vaccine that will make us live forever. And then we will have 1,000 subscribers.
Yes. Spread the word. Guys, please like every video, because the algorithm in YouTube, if the video is not liked, it's not on anybody's page. It doesn't come randomly on anybody's page. So we're not going to gain any views or subscribers if it's not liked and viewed and
but
stuff
for real
like that.
persons, because the other day I was getting very excited that
the bots are not going to listen to you. You know that, right?
No, I was just explaining my frustration.
Yes.
Because I don't remember in which Banter. Every time someone comments on my videos, on our videos, I get very excited, very, very happy.
Yes.
Right? Because that means that someone...
Make her happy.
That means that someone is listening and
She told
caring.
you she was depressed. Make her happy.
No,
Come on.
I'm not depressed.
No. Okay, yeah, no. Okay.
Why are you saying that I am depressed? I'm just...
Don't cry.
I'm depressed. Well, I was sorry.
Subscribe, spread the word, and
make me happy. I am not depressed or anxious whatsoever.
When did you learn to speak English?
When did I learn to speak English?
Yes.
Do I speak English? Do you think I speak English?
When do you feel like you start learning English? When you were
well, first of all,
you were able to hold the conversation.
First of all,
yes,
I am impressed, and I am very happy to listen that you consider me speaking English, that I am speaking English.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Secondly, I learned to speak English when I arrived practically to the United States. I mean, at school in Mexico, I have English class, but you don't learn a lot.
Like I had English for 8 years. I wasn't able to have 2 sentences.
Well,
in a
I
row
was
in English.
able to at least communicate the most, basic stuff. But most of my English, I learned it here. Most of my English, okay, don't judge. Well, that's what happens. I came here in 2010. So I have been here 10 years, and I look at my level of English. Okay, I came here in 2 years ago. 1 year ago.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
But it
And
depends.
you?
Like some people, they get really passionate about
The English?
the language, and they really want to be proficient at it, and they pick it up really fast. And some other people are not really skilled for language. I'm not saying that's our case, but I think that we deserve to have a better English than that.
No, I mean, what I was focusing on is concentrating on
just focusing.
is about in my accent, which of course I have a very thick accent, but I heard that when you live in a country like the native language speakers, they don't care about your accent.
Yeah.
The only ones that care about your accent, it's the people that it's foreign or from your own country and make a lot of fun of your accent.
But I make fun of everything.
So I am embracing my extravagant accent.
Extravagant accent.
Yeah, eccentric. Eccentric. It's not a concept for the extravagant accent. And I think I need to be more, put more attention in my grammar, in my skills to.
But you speak Spanish at work too, right? Half.
No.
Mostly English?
Lately, it's most English, just because sometimes I needed to communicate with my customers, which most of them are in Central and South America.
Mm-hmm.
But lately, it's just through email, and it's not as much as now I communicate in English. Now, at the beginning, it was 50-50, and now it's probably 70-80 English. Of course, my coworkers, but out of respect now, because we used to talk a lot in Spanish, and then I think, or we thought, okay, this is not very respectful because we have coworkers here that speak only English, and it's unrespectful. So now we try to, even though, as I have said that my boss he understands now more Spanish, but anyway, we try to speak more English to be respectful with others.
But you watch shows in Spanish?
Most in English now.
Okay.
Thanks to you.
Oh, okay, but for the past 10 years?
English, but with caption. I mean, sometimes, the dragon, we talk about the dragon. It's in Spanish, but most of the programs that I watch is in English. Or not, well, the news, I in the mornings, I use BBC, I listen to BBC Global News, and I start to listen NPR in English. But to be honest, I listened a lot to my Mexican podcast in the mornings.
Yes.
Because they don't require my brain to be like very concentrate on what they are saying.
But I think at our age, it's it takes effort. You need to really want to be proficient in the language too. So, and again, some people it's easier for some people.
So where did you learn your super extraordinary English?
In the US, but not when I moved in. I took after I graduated school. I took.
You graduated school?
High school.
Of life?
High school, yeah. I took a year off to learn English. I always liked English, but I was not really good at learning languages. The only thing I knew, like in Spanish, for instance, was really the essential. Was hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Tienes un novio?
¿Quieres coger?
No, chupas, something like that.
Okay, chupas. Chupas, do you know the meaning of chupas?
Yeah, well, yes. But anyway, can I finish? So I was not very good in language. And I think my mother sent me to England on the kind of summer camp, but a language camp where you go with other people and you live in the family. And so I did that when I was 12 or 13. And I was in England in Cornwall. And I was coming from Guadeloupe at the time. And I went there and I realized that, I was extremely bad in English. Like I could not understand a thing. So it helped me. I went in the family Um, I mean, my experience in England, my first experience in England was
Terrible.
they were nice. It was a nice place, Cornwall. It was on the shore, and I liked the place, but
But
how can I say that the the food was terrible. Like they were packing us. So the way it was like a program. Like the morning you would have English lessons, and in the afternoon you were visiting around. And it was nice because I was with other people that I didn't know from everywhere in France. And it's like you're a teenager and you're with this girl and you have these dates and stuff like.
Why you always have to have?
So that was nice. But I also have like the scare of my life, like with one of the kids. So in the family, you have kids who are your age, and he brought me. I think I was 13 at the time with his friends that were a little bit older, and I remember getting into a car and I was in the trunk on the hatchback, kind of the way we moved the stuff so I could see. But I was in the trunk and he was like speeding in the thing, like I thought I was going to die, and they were drinking heavily. And for me, like I never got into drugs, into drinking, into anything.
Until now.
Yeah, but I was kind of, I was behaving really, really well considering my environment, because I was also surfing. So I was always surrounded by people smoking weed, drinking heavily and stuff like that. But I was never... I wasn't attracted to this type of stuff. I don't know why. So I did that to learn language, and then like a year later, I went to Salamanca in Spain, and the same type of program. And
why you didn't stick to one language?
And
because you're not good in English or Spanish?
No, because I think the Spanish I was 16. I think I went twice. What did I go twice in England? Can't remember. The only thing I have in mind when I'm looking into this vacation thing, I have like the faces of the girls that I went out with. So I think there was one that was Audrey and Charlotte and Candice. And then in Spain it was Candice. She was blonde.
Okay,
but anyway,
we are taking a few minutes.
Yes, no, but anyway, but in Spain, so the reason why I went there is because my grades were really bad in English. In English for a reason, like our English teachers was absolutely horrible when I was in middle school. And then Spanish was because my Spanish grades were going down, and it's just because I was not good at it. And when I came back, all of a sudden I had good grades. So my mother was like, "See, it worked.
Why?
You went because
Do you think it was performing?"
No, I changed my seat and I was right next to a guy that was really good in Spanish.
So you were cheating.
Because I was like, my poor mother, like she didn't have much money, and she paid for this. I need to show that it was a good investment. So I was feeling guilty, and the guilt
makes you cheat.
Made me cheat.
Oh,
yes.
See the pattern here.
But on the next episode, I'm going, if you want, and if people want, I'm going to tell a personal story on how I learned to speak English, knowing that I didn't learn anything at school, and how I came to live in the US for 1 year after high school. But that is on the next episode. Thank you, Fiona, for your time and for your and for your anxiety, sharing your anxiety and low morale.
I will have for the next episode all the things that I have. The test that I need to do and my lumbar spine X-ray.
Okay. Great.
Thank you very much. And have a good day.
Please subscribe over there. Comment
right here.
Comment
right here.
And like.
Like us, please. Make things happen and